The two new sets for Genshin Impact were officially revealed during the 1.2 patch live stream. We're going to be breaking down exactly how strong these are mathematically wise so you guys can get a good idea of what awaits you in 1.2, if you guys should be saving for these sets for certain characters or just going and getting the sets that are available right now. If you're new to the channel, we provide high-quality, data-driven Genshin Impact character guides as well as content critique. If you want to see more stuff like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, turn the notification bell on. If that's not enough for you guys, we've been dared that if we hit 100,000 subscribers, we'll pull for C6 Ganyu and Bite the Bullet as long as we hit that deadline before the banner comes out. That's right, you could not only get top tier content but also witness the C6 GOAT, actual GOAT. Anyways, now the first set we're going to be going over is the Blizzard Strayer set. This set can actually usher in an entirely new playstyle, an entirely new team composition style. Freeze teams are existing right now in Genshin, but this one really sets them up for success. So the 2-piece bonus here is cryo damage increase 15%, but the really interesting one is the 4-piece bonus. So when a character attacks an enemy afflicted by cryo, your critical hit rate is increased by 20%. If they're frozen, it's increased by an additional 20%. So 40% critical hit chance versus frozen targets. Now, you don't have to be a cryo character to wear this. So this is something that you can utilize on a lot of different characters, and we're breaking this down if you are bringing the proper freeze composition. This is going to be very powerful, especially powerful for cryo characters, but you could even get this in on some other characters for that extremely powerful critical hit rate. We're breaking that down as well. Now, the Heart of Depth set is way more straightforward. 2-piece here increases your hydro damage by 15%. The 4-piece, after you use your elemental skill, you get normal attack and charged attack damage increased by 30% for 15 seconds. So we've seen conditional normal and charge attack damage up sets before, right? We have the Gladiator set that gives you the normal attack damage up as long as you're wearing a certain weapon type. You have the Retracing Bolide set that gives you normal and charge attack damage up if you have a shield applied to you. And then we have the charge attack damage set if you're wearing like a catalyst or a bow. This is going to be after using elemental skill, your normal and charge attack is increased by 30% for 15 seconds as well. So just like the Blizzard Strayer set, this set isn't just locked to hydro characters. The 4-piece bonus can be pretty powerful, but there's a lot of other sets that can do and mimic what the Heart of Depth set looks like and also gives. So we're going to be breaking down exactly the true damage increase you guys can be waiting and looking for from the Blizzard Strayer set. Also, we're going to be looking into the 2-piece as well as the 4-piece of the Heart of Depth set too, breaking that down a little bit for you there. So if you don't know what you're looking at here, this is the damage increase you're gaining with stacking critical hit rate, critical hit damage, and the comparisons in the relationship between the two of them. So first thing here, 5% critical hit chance, 50% critical hit damage. Out of 100 hits, this is the easy way to like it layman terms, break it down for you guys. If you do 100 attacks with 5% critical hit rate, guess how many crits you're gonna get on average? 5. All right, so 5 of those attacks are gonna crit, 5 of those attacks you're gonna get a 50% damage bonus on. So out of a total of 100 attacks, you're going to get a 3% damage increase there with 5% critical hit chance and 50% critical hit damage. This also is a good way to show you guys just how powerful critical hit chance, critical hit damage, and the relationship between the two are. So if you go down to 50% critical hit rate with 150% critical hit damage, you're going to look for average of a 75% damage increase there compared to a non 0% critical hit chance, 0% critical hit damage build. You following along? I don't want to lose any students out there, okay? Because this is going to detail into how powerful this set can be. We're going to bring it down. So as you can see, increasing your critical hit rate and increasing your critical hit damage, they have this relationship. 50% critical hit chance, 200% critical hit damage, 100% damage increase. You just leave that critical hit damage at 200%, bring it up 10 critical hit rate, 120% damage increase. Bring it up 10 more, 140, 160, 180. 200% damage increase. This is just from increasing your critical hit rate and leaving your critical hit damage alone, which is what this set does do for you in the 4-piece bonus. Now, this is the 4-piece bonus. We have this nice little layout here so you guys can see what you should expect from using this set. So if you have 40% critical hit rate right now, not factoring in that 4-piece bonus, and 150% critical hit damage, you're looking for an on average, you're getting about a 60% true damage increase compared to, not critting and having no crit damage whatsoever there with a 0 and 0 crit hit chance and crit hit damage. If you bump this up 40%, because that's what the set gives you, if an enemy's frozen, you'll go up to 80% critical hit chance and 150% critical hit damage, still the same there. 120% increased damage compared to 0 crits and 0 critical hit damage. That's a huge thing. And before you comment down below, yes, we're going to break down the actual damage increase that you're getting from the set. So keep that in mind, because there's one other comparison. All the math wizards out there know there's going to be an actual true percentage increase in opportunity cost from going from one amount of damage increase to another amount of damage increase. But I want you guys to look at this right now, because if you're at 40% critical hit chance, 150% critical hit damage, this set can allow you to tweak around your artifacts, and maybe instead of having 50% critical hit chance and 150% critical hit damage, you could have 50% or 40% critical hit chance and 200% critical hit damage. If you take this 4,200 to 8,200, that's a 160% increase. Whereas the 5,150 goes to 9,150, and it's 135% critical hit chance. So this set, the Blizzard Strayer set, it does value you having a little bit higher critical hit damage than critical hit chance, and letting the set make up for the fact that you lost that critical hit chance, because it's going to give you 40%. So what do we do with that information? What do we do with that knowledge? And when am I going to get to the water set? Because I really like Child. Don't worry, we're going to get there. So here's another thing for us to break down real quick. How much true percent damage increase are we seeing here, and how does it work out? So say before we apply the set bonus, we're at 40% critical hit chance from our artifacts and passives, right? And before the set bonus is applied, we also have 150% crit hit chance and 150% crit damage, 40% crit hit chance, okay? That's a 160% damage increase. If you jump it up to 80% crit hit chance with the same amount of crit hit damage, 220% damage increase compared to not having any of these stats. That's going to give you a 37.5% increase, going from 40 crit to 80 crit, leaving the crit hit damage alone. 37.5% damage increase. And obviously, if you had 40 crit and 200 crit damage and 80 crit and 200 crit damage, in comparison to those, you're going from 180 to 260% damage increase there, average damage. That's going to be a 44.4% damage increase. So you can see just how powerful this set is, because this is true actual damage increase during the duration while an enemy is frozen. So if you want to create a team with this, get in there, freeze them up. This set can give you some long-standing crowd control plus huge damage increases. This is a massive, massive, massive change. Now, the other set we want to go over is the new Hydro set. As you can see it down below, Hydro Child. So this set as well, you're going to have to look and realize that this sort of actual real damage increase, that applies to stacking other things as well. So if you're stacking normal attack damage up, elemental damage up, those things are all the same multiplier. You're going to get this sort of comparison that you're going to need to do to see how much of an actual increase you're gaining from the set. And the first one looks very promising here. So we have, between Child's base stats from leveling him up, the Hydro bonus that he gets from being Ascension Awakened, in his Hydro Goblet. Those two things alone, 75.4% Hydro damage. The set bonus here is going to give you normal damage and charge attack damage 30% for 15 seconds, as well as 15% Hydro damage. So you apply that bonus, you're going to have a total 120% if you're using a normal or charge attack that is also Hydro Element, 120% bonus there. That is a 59.68% damage increase. That is massive, and you will also notice that is the highest period in this situation. Now, if you're using a rank 1 Rust, remember, rank 1 Rust gives you 40% normal damage increase. So the base plus the goblet, the Hydro damage, in conjunction with the normal damage up of 40% from the Rust, that leaves you at 115% straight away before you factor in the new Hydro set bonus. The new Hydro set bonus will boost you up to 160%, and that is a 39% damage increase to a normal or charge attack that is also Hydro Element. When you get all of those bonuses combined, that's what we're looking at here. Rank 5 Rust gives you 80% normal attack damage. So you factor that in with his base Hydro damage and the Hydro damage from your goblet, 155.4%. Then the new set bonus, the Heart of Depth set, boosts you up to 200.4%. That's going to give you a 28.96%. So you can see that actually this new set bonus, it does increase your damage by a fair amount, 28.96% for the 15 seconds while that set bonus is applied. But if you already have a bunch of this multiplier, you're not really getting diminishing returns. It's more of a diminishing effect on the true damage increase that you're gaining on your character. Now we also have the Amos bow here for a good measure. Remember, it gives you normal and charge attack damage, 12% for rank 1, so that's going to give us 87.4%. Factor in that Hydro set bonus, 51.49%. That's a huge damage bonus. So if you're using rank 1 Amos bow, that's a fantastic bonus. If you're using Skyward Harp, that doesn't have any bonus. It gives you the critical hit damage bonus. But rank 5 Amos bow, I digress, 99.4%, 144% with the Hydro set bonus there, 0.27% damage increase. That's a lot. That's a lot of damage increase. But there's another thing. This is a small simulation. This is not the true math that you're going to be doing 45% more damage on your child. I want that to be known because not all of Child's skills all scale off of all of these stats. A lot of his damage, especially in AoE situations, comes from his Riptide Blast procs, right, in melee form. Or his Riptide Slash procs, excuse me. Riptide Slash scales off of not normal attack damage, not charge attack damage, it scales off of Hydro damage, and it scales off of elemental skill damage increase. In the Riptide proc from his Elemental Burst melee form, scales off of Elemental Burst damage increase. So the rank 5 Rusts, 80% normal damage increase doesn't work on the AoE Blast procs. The Hydro set's 30% normal and charge attack increase doesn't work on the Blast procs either. So that's going to be a different sort of thing. If you want that video, let me know down in the comment section below to math out. But it's going to be even less of an increase than this 28% because a lot of Child's damage in AoE situations, a lot of it comes from those Riptide procs. And that's where you can do cool stuff with a Hydro Cryo team while you gather them all up, you freeze them, you let Child come out, you hit them all a whole bunch while they're frozen. Maybe you have Diona's ult down there. He's applying Hydro. Diona's applying Cryo. 40% critical hit chance increase while frozen. You build a team around that, and you can get a 44% damage increase on everything he does. So there's going to be some cool stuff to play with this new set, with the Blizzard Strayer set. Both these sets are very powerful, and I foresee them coming out and doing some very cool things. There's going to be some Cryo freeze teams with this set, because you can use it on multiple people. Based on how it says right now, if an enemy is frozen, you get an additional 20% critical hit chance. So that should be 40% critical hit chance while an enemy is frozen. It's going to allow you to do some cool things, like we said, where you can maybe get some gear. Maybe you use a critical hit damage circlet that has critical hit chance subset on a little bit, and instead of being a 50% crit hit chance, 150 crit hit damage, right? And then after the set, you're a 90, 150. Getting that 135% bonus, you could instead be a 40% critical hit chance, 200% critical hit damage character. That jumps up to an 80, 200, that gets the 160% damage increase, getting even more damage out of your gear and even more damage out of your setup. So the Blizzard Strayer set is going to be a math man's dream and a math man's nightmare at the same time. So thanks for you coming in and hanging out once again with the interesting Blizzard Strayer set coming out 1.2, as well as the Heart of Depth. Both sets are very, very, very good. Let me know which one of the ones that you're looking forward to the most in the comment section down below. If you want to see more Genshin Impact content like this, we do character guides, math stuff out. It's always a fun time. Check out the Twitch as well. And I'm gone. I'll see you guys around. Stay safe. I'll catch you in the next one.